Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the Giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Wasn't that just the most uplifting of all the intros you've ever seen on this channel? Hello, humans! I am Demon Lord Parkus, and welcome to Dark Souls 3. Now, for some of you who may be wondering what the heck is going on with Life is Strange, unfortunately, each time I would upload an episode, I would get slapped with a copyright complaint. So, in an effort to keep my channel from not being taken down, I've decided to switch games. Anyway, let's get into making characters. This is just a playthrough of Dark Souls 3. It's not going to be a full thing or anything. I'm going to miss things. I am not perfect. I'm not actually very good at Dark Souls to begin with, but I think it would be hilarious to watch me fail miserably multiple times. So, I'm gonna speed up this part of just me making my character, so I will be right back after I'm finished. Alright, so I've made the character an assassin, because, well, I went through a few different classes just to see. It turned out I liked assassin most. So I'm going to play as an assassin. Alright, and here we are. The Cemetery of Ash. So, like almost all Dark Souls games, there are messages on the ground that teach you the controls, yada yada yada. But I'm going to ignore these because I've played a fair amount. Obviously not a lot, I just basically got past this part in the first area. But I know my way around a Dark Souls game enough that I can, well, get around. Then again, I've never beaten a Dark Souls game. Closest I've come is Bloodborne, and I still have yet to beat the final boss. So, take me saying anything about any skill I ever have with any Souls game with a grain of salt. Speaking of salt, I'm probably going to get very salty once we reach the first boss, because I have only had no trouble on this boss once. I'll explain later. But right now we're just going through kind of learning the basics, like triangle, hold in one hand, stuff like that. Oh, and kicking. I don't understand kicking very well. I also don't understand the parry maneuver. I'll probably have to get better attuned with it. So the reason why I went with an assassin above anything else, originally I was going to be a cleric through this run through, but the reason I went with assassin was because I always really liked high dexterity builds in Dark Souls, or anything for that matter. So there's that, but I also wanted to try using magic, which is why I was going to be a cleric, because they get to use miracles, which are basically magic, except they go off of faith instead of intelligence. It's weird. So, I did some digging, and it turns out that the assassin's pretty good for that, so I went with the assassin. I could be wrong, though. I'm normally wrong about these sort of things. And we come across our first bonfire. Woohoo! Bonfire! Alright. Let's see. So, as an assassin, we start out with the Spook sorcery spell, which allows me to become silent when I walk, and apparently use it twice, and then not take fall damage, which is awesome. Oh. We also start with this, I cannot pronounce it for the life of me, S-Talk. I've probably butchered that entirely. But I really like it because it has good reach. It goes well with dexterity. It scales, well, D, but it's a starting weapon. What are you gonna do? Gotta kill him. Gotta get through that gate. So, I'm just gonna kill all the enemies around here, then go for the, well, all the enemies and get the item. Because, right down here, which I have no idea why anyone would really miss this at all, just past these two buffoons, and one fiery crossbow. Oh, right, okay, so he dropped a cleric's sacred chime, and then I got 5 firebombs. If I was going to use miracles, then that chime would be worth it to me, but I'm not, so I won't. instead, I have a staff that allows me to use sorceries. Yay, staff! And a fading soul. Awesome. So... Alright, when you rest at a bonfire, you heal yourself, you heal your Estus Flask and your Ashen Estus Flask, just like any other Souls game, except there's now an Ashen Estus Flask, of course. And all the enemies respawn. So, yay! All that hard work for nothing. There we go. I have my jump button set to circle because that's actually how I'm used to it, thanks to Bloodborne. And I'm not really good at the whole L3 at a certain time kind of deal. Okay. Not want to get hit before going in here, but let's go in. I wonder. Okay, so I have faced this boss twice already now. Well, and I've beaten him twice out of like 7. Is it I just want to see if it's possible to... Nope, gotta fight him. Alright. I wonder what happens when I pull this sword out. Do I get to keep it? Apparently not. Die faster. So, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't know. Best way to fight him. All I know is I'm already dead. That is a horrible, horrible sign for what's yet to come. Oh boy. So I decided, if there was ever a boss that I couldn't beat in, like, a few tries, and it took me a long time to beat them, then I would just kind of put all my lovely, terrible deaths into a little montage for you all. Speed up, play music, that kind of deal. But that wouldn't be all the time. That would just be if I hit a wall and I felt that it was funny enough to do something like that. Most of the time, I think I'll cut out most things unless I find something new, get past it, do something differently, something like that. But, let's try again. Traverse the fog. And now he's back, and he's guarding my souls. Oh yeah, I completely forgot when you die, you can drop your souls. I was just playing this game like an hour ago, and I forgot that. So, I'm just gonna take these, and now... Oh, well, that's not good. Alright, so whenever I beat... Okay, apparently that's not what I'm gonna be doing. Okay. Whenever I beat him before, it was always by staying extremely close to him and just attacking over and over again. And apparently that is the worst thing I could have done. Well, I guess not. Okay. This is not going to go well for me. Oh, and this is the first boss, too. And granted, he's not really that difficult. It's just a matter of not. Okay, this one is where I stay as close to him as I possibly can. Best. Yeah, hit him with the power attack. Oh crap! Die! Yeah, got him. I have no idea how to pronounce it, so that's why I haven't said it. Air of fire destroyed. And I got a sword. Well, sword. Am I allowed to equip it? No, unfortunately not. It's one of those key item things. And it unlocked a new bonfire. So, we beat a boss and got through the tutorial, so I think, well, most of it. So I think that's actually a good spot to end for now. Next time, we will continue through that door. See you guys.